Alright, what I want to show you here, this is a 1950 David Bradley. This is model number 5756. And what I wanted to show you is normally this tractor came from the factory. It had a Continental engine with less than 2 horsepower. But now when I got it, it had no hood, no gas tank, no hood mount, but it did have these 16-inch wheel weights on it, and it came with this HS50 5 horsepower Tecumseh. So my issue with it was I wanted to put the factory hood back on it, but most of the time the concern with putting a hood back on it is repowering these tractors and the hood still fitting over the new motor. With this one, what I had to do, a lot of times you have a problem with the width of the motor, which it was a problem on this one. This was originally was a recoil start motor that it had on it, that I got with it anyway. It had a rope pulley start when I got one from the factory, but when I got it, it had this Tecumseh, which had a recoil on the side of it, and the recoil will not fit in that opening right there. So what I did was I went old school and I got a rope pulley start from a Briggs Model N, and that bolted right on. The mounting hole on it was perfect, and it sticks out far enough to get the rope on it also. Now, another issue is the air cleaner on these motors. The air cleaner that comes on it is a paper type filter, and it sticks out the front a little too much. So how I solved that is I got an air cleaner, as you see, from an old Briggs. The Briggs air filter is a little bit lower profile, so it passes under the hood. And that's another issue with me. I don't like to modify things to the point I can't go back. I don't like cutting and drilling and things like that, because if I ever want to go back with this factory motor, I can do that because I haven't made any major changes. All this was just bolt-on stuff. This old filter right here, all I had to do was drill 2 holes in here and mount these screws, and I covered up the existing mounting hole with a pop rivet, if that even shows up there. I just put a pop rivet in it, and I put like a sealer in here so it would not suck dirt through there, because there is no filter in this hole right here. The filter covers this whole area here. So I had to seal that up good, and I flattened out this little area right here where it dips in, so that these washers also would seal up and keep the dirt out. And on the pulley, this is actually just 2 pulleys put together here. So I've got I think this was an 1.5 inch pulley, and this is an 1.5 inches, so that I can run my sickle. But this works out pretty good. Everything clears the hood now. I'll show that to you. It's a tight fit. All this touches right here. The hood does touch right here, but what I did here was I took a piece of fuel line and put it behind this rib here and zip tied this. But I'm probably going to improve this a little bit. I'll probably put a thick piece of rubber back here and either glue it in or Velcro it in on the back side so that I don't have these zip ties sticking out here. But this works pretty good. It's on there good and solid. It doesn't rattle. And so I've got it repowered with the hood and the fuel tank, so that it all looks original from the outside, yet it's got a late model Tecumseh motor in there, and everything works really well. So thanks for looking.